Updated August 8, 2018, 12 hours 5 minutes and 27 seconds. Last night, Andrew Gaff was banned from playing in the AFL for 8 weeks after he broke the jaw of Fremantle's Andrew Brayshaw on the weekend. It means his season is over. He's out of contention for the Brownlow Medal and he may have played his last match for West Coast because he will soon be out of contract. But some of you think he got off lightly. Here's what our AFL subscribers told us on Facebook Messenger. Some said his ban should have been in the double digits stall, but as wanted 10 weeks. I think 10 weeks would have sent a very clear message that the AFL never want to see an incident like this again. Lon M wanted 12. I'm sick of hearing how great a guy he is and why that should matter. We need to call out violence for what it is. Meanwhile, one of you wanted a 20-match ban, another wanted an entire year, and some like Noel G said Gaff should never play again. Remorse after the event, including, "We played golf together the other day," as if this somehow mitigates the circumstances. Doesn't cut it for me. Some of you also said the police should have been involved. Abby D called the incident disgusting, should have been handled by the police. Rebecca B said the 8-week ban was ridiculous and showed disrespect to the Brayshaw family. He should receive a jail sentence and banned from the league for the rest of his life. Daniela P agreed he should have faced criminal charges. Football players are not exempt from the law. David H asked why we have a higher tolerance to violence on the field than off. How would you feel if someone broke a loved one's jaw with a single punch and their punishment was 8 weeks leave from work? This happens in the street and people get jail time. However, some said Gaff doesn't deserve the hate. Russell T said Gaff was put on trial by the media and that unfairly influenced the AFL. If someone was going to court, it would have been a mistrial with so many people speaking out about their opinion. Kelly H said the ban was fair, but people make mistakes and it clearly wasn't intentional to hit Brayshaw in the head. He has owned it and is remorseful, but we all need to move on and understand that Gaff is human and has made a mistake but isn't a bad person. He doesn't deserve the hate and he needs to get on with his life and we all need to get on with ours. Keelan G said the response to the incident was overzealous. The media went way too hard at Gaff and Ross Leon should want to take his words back from the presser. Certainly not of King hit. 6 weeks would have been fair. Tom B called the 8-week ban ridiculous. Gaff clearly was trying to punch him in the chest. He did not mean to punch him in the head at all. It is his first offense as well and he is clearly remorseful. And Sabine J called Gaff a model AFL player. The punch to the chin was clearly unintentional but had severe ramifications. Ultimately, he needs to be punished for that. Given that Brayshaw is out for the season, it is only fair that Gaff be out too. There's also been debate on the need for red cards in the AFL. Glenn C said Gaff should have been taken off the field. The fact he was able to play out the game was disgusting. Ben P said there's been too many incidents that would warrant a red card this year. In the heat of the moment a good player can snap and that's what Gaff did. Henry W said red cards could be useful if done right. I think it needs to be like the rugby system where you are off into a sin bin sort of thing, so the team is down to 17 on field for a period of time, and not like soccer where a send-off is killing the team for a whole game. However, not everyone thinks red cards are a good idea. Benjamin H wouldn't trust the AFL to get it right. The AFL would stuff up a red card rule, just as they have stuffed up score reviews. Nominated Ruckman. Protected Zone et al. Hugo K says the negatives would outweigh the positives. There's maybe 2 situations a year where it would be used and I think the dangers of it being overused are much more prevalent than the actual need for the red card. David H agreed with how the AFL handled the issue. I think Gaff is truly remorseful and did not intend to hit him in the face like he did, but that doesn't really matter. Red cards would be tough, they would impact on interchange rules and would make tribunal hearing harder too. Janetta W doesn't support red cards but nevertheless thinks Gaff should have been taken off the field by his coach. He should not have had the honor of remaining on the ground. His actions were deliberate. There is no amount of remorse that can reduce that. Topics: Australian Football League, Sport, Australia First, posted August 8, 2018, 11 hours 57 minutes and 2 seconds.